to be more like Reliance. Hello, sir. Welcome. Next in panel discussion, we have with us Mr. Rajan Arora, Director and CEO, ASOP Limited, a food processing and manufacturing company working for international Indian grocery companies including Walmart, Amazon, D-Mart, Reliance, Grofers and more. Hello, sir. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us for this panel discussion, we have once again Mr. Sharad Verma, Head of Commercial Channel Lenovo, India. Can we have you, sir? Yeah. We have with us Mr. Surinder Singh Bhogal, Managing Partner, Bhogal Sales Corp, a law graduate from Punjab University, India. He's been in the cycle industry for over 40 years. They have their own brand and also an OEM supplier to several international bicycle brands in many countries like Mexico, Holland, Germany, Spain, US, Sri Lanka, France, and other countries in Southeast Asia. Well, can we have you, sir? Well, ladies and gentlemen, to moderate this session, we have amongst us Mr. T.D. Chandrasekhar, Partner, BAS Consultants, and alumni of IIT Delhi and Auxiliary Jamshedpur, India. Mr. Chandrasekhar has more than 27 years of general management corporate experience in India, US, and Southeast Asia. Can we have you, sir, please? Ladies and gentlemen, he's also co-authored book on values called Good Values, Great Business, which was released in year 2019. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. It's exciting to be part of this panel and very interesting. This topic is of great interest to me. Family-owned and promoter-led businesses actually contribute more than 80-85% of our GDP. So I don't know how many of you knew that. And MSMEs contribute a significant part. So the health of our economy depends on these businesses doing very well. So our consulting is on the premise that if these companies do well, the nation prospers. So my first question to Rajanji, a question to you: how is decision making done where professionals are involved and promoters are also involved?
In the beginning, actually, the decision making is the persons who are already involved in the company. They are thinking that we are my father or my grandfather or my great grandfather has started and I am the successor, and this is the new person coming in the company, and how I will make his work with his decisions. And I am here from the last many decades, and he is coming in the few months. He is dictating in the company. So there is a starting in the beginning. These things comes in the mind. Maybe they will not declare outside, or it will be in the mind. But in this family-owned companies, difference of opinion is always there. I had some experiences, if I can share with you also. In the beginning, we are into a food company. We are manufacturing different foods like rice, spices, pulses, tea, and we are suppliers to Walmart and Amazon. And with the grace of Almighty, today we are India's largest suppliers to Walmart and Amazon of staples. Thank you. So when I started, I was studying in Delhi University in Khalsa College. One of my professor asked in the class that how many of you students are in the food business? How many are in the business? Only 5-6 students stand up, and one was from the owner of petrol pump, one was the owner of Bricklin, and one was in the coal business, and one was the distributor of Hindustan Liver, and like that. And my father and his brothers, they were running a wholesale store, and we had a small, very small unit. 4-5 persons were working over there, and we were into only the basin plant was there and oil mill was there. We were manufacturing oil and selling it in the tankers or in the drums of 200 kgs. That was our product size. And in the basin, the product size was 90 kg bag. That was 3-4 products. And when that professor told me that, are you into, have you ever thought of the brand? And I said, no, sir, never. And do you know about the intellectual property? I said, no, not about. And there was nobody in the class who, anybody know about the intellectual property. So in 1992, I worked with him on intellectual property, and that time we registered A1 brand, and after a couple of years, we came to know that A1 was the brand of Hindustan Liver, and then we worked on a few other brands, and 4 or 5 years this brand, another brand war was, we registered Century. Even after 15 years, we had a brand war with the Century Birla Group, and we won that Century brand in favor of our company. And in A1, we had converted into A+, and today A+ is available with all the modern stores, with the Walmart, Metro, Reliance, DMart, and all that. So there was also always a difference of opinion in the families also, as you were asking.
Okay, great. When we hear the word professionals, even family members professionalizing themselves, being accountable, having good management practices, etc. Is that important, Chimaji?
Institution which teaches management for MSMEs. They only teach about the multinational. We also sent one of our nephew to SP Jain College, Bombay, paid 27 lakh fees. And when he came back from here, they told him the multinational culture that 11 o'clock you should have a meeting. So what he's doing is 11 o'clock, he's calling all the head of the department and making a tea meeting and spoiling 1 hour of prime time. So in 1 year, after 2-3 years, everything dropped because all people, they stopped working. They said, whatever he will say, we will do. He's saying 11 o'clock meeting, we'll go following meeting. So it is not like that. One thing is we must have some institutes which real teaches that how the small and medium industries should be managed, like the entrepreneurs are managing. We are never making, after he's left, we just double the turnover every year because everybody started working back. So that PhD never works in the field. So that's one the professional has to take care. Even if it is a family professional or outside professional. You have to manage whatever the conditions are there, present conditions, with team. Basically is team building.
Thanks a lot. Now let me come to a technology part. One thing which every business needs to do and MSMEs do very well is adjust themselves to the needs of the market. That's how they thrive. And today's world we know is so technology induced. Every business model needs the technology across the business model, be it customers to vendors. So I want to ask nobody better than Sharad here to ask him how are MSMEs facing this challenge of injecting technology into their business models?
First I would like to tell you that the adoption is phenomenal in last decade and mostly by MSMEs. Yeah, obviously medium are more adapting to it. 2-3 reasons. One is COVID had taught a lot of things in recent past that without connectivity, without a proper seamless flow of data, you cannot make decisions, right? And we all know a very often used word is work from home, work from anywhere. This is the culture. This is the second wave. The first wave was adoption. This is evolving. Most of the MSMEs have realized that they are here to service the customer and use their resources for that, rather than using a resource which is enablement. So they have adopted or started adopting the outsourcing part of it, right? And also, there are a lot of modules which are available in the market that you can use as per your convenience, timelines. So this is also helping it.
Ji, a question for you. How do we take advantage of intergenerational talent? Are there advantages of youngsters entering the family business? And what are the advantages of experience being in the family businesses and both of them working together?
That's a very, very tedious question. Before I reply to that, I want to supplement him. People of my age, it's very difficult to understand the modern technological advancements. I remember my father telling me one day, he said, if you don't understand, don't do two things. Now, keep your mind open, but keep two things closed. I said, what are those? He said, keep your mouth shut, your eyes closed. So today's modern technology, to be very honest, my children have done reasonably very well. My daughter-in-law, she graduated from UBS Chandigarh, and she was working with company like A.T. Kearning in. But those things I don't understand. So for me, is to keep my mind open, hear them what they are saying. But two things: keep eyes shut and the mouth shut, and the things go well. Sir, what I want to use this platform today, MSME में एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. उनके पास विजन नहीं है. The vision is missing. A person like us sitting in a small little town of Ludhiana, जिसको कोई जानता नहीं था, we were competing with companies like Traub of Switzerland, जिसकी selling agency PMT होती थी, Perfect Machine Tool in India. You know what machines we were producing? Multi-spindle automatic lathe making winders for the watches, carburetor ka jet, ballpoint pen tip, 40 years back. But then we नीचे को चले गए. क्यों? Because the vision was not there sitting in that term. But today, the things have changed.
Very good. Thanks. And this question is for Mr. Rajan. Vision, MSMEs, most of the MSMEs are family owned and family led, promoter led. So vision, you need one common vision. You can't have many visions and something which is aligned. So is it a challenge for family businesses? How are you grappling with it so that all of you come together for one vision?
Yeah. That is very important, because whenever you work in a team, in a family is also a team, so focus is very important, because there are different members and brothers. Suppose they have different mindsets, they have different family circles, they have different friend circles, they are from different belongs to different organizations, attachments with different TV serials, they read different stories, different books. So then the mindset changes. But if in the term of business, we can say family business, the focus is very important. For example, if I was into, I had an interest of different things also, because I used to see some science serials, science books, but I was very clear that this is my family is doing a wholesale business, and I have a small factory, and it's in the platform, and the turnover of that time was maybe of 3 crores or 4 crores in a year, and my father, they are 4 brothers, and now it was the time of 92, 91, and I had a vision that I will convert it into the packaging, because we didn't have anything a small pack. That time we started from oil packaging, and I have a challenge that time, that my father and my chachas, used to say that nobody will buy this bottle of packaging. Our 90% sale is of open oil, open foods. See, go in the market, see, only the Hindustan Liver is packaging, or the P-Mark is the one company who is selling the oil in the bottles. There is no other company, and only multinational companies are Colgate and Palmolive and Richard Coleman. These companies are doing. How we are a small firm, very, very small firm, and that too in a smallest district of the country, will work with the vision. So I am from Namashahar. That's a small town in the country. So that time I had a lot of challenges. So like Chandrasekhar said, that you have to work in the single focus. My focus was that I have to convert my wholesale store into the small packaging, and my unit where the 5 persons, 7 persons were working to the different units which we are trading, and today those 5 persons have converted into 700 persons, and that 2-3 crores were converted into 300 crores. So the vision and focus was there.
Thanks. Again, I'll take Mr. Chima's advice on what advice will you give to the business families which are now in their second or third generation, where now different wings of the family are now there with very different views.
इसमें ऐसा है कि इसमें ना जो प्रमोटर होते हैं उनकी तो चल जाती है. अब जैसे हम 4 भाई हैं, हम लोगों का तो इकट्ठा चल गया, लेकिन जैसे ही नेक्स्ट जनरेशन आती है वो चल नहीं सकती. तो इसलिए फैमिली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का, रिटन फैमिली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का होना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर रिटन फैमिली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन नहीं होगी तो कोई इधर को टांग खींचेगा, कोई इधर को टांग खींचेगा, कोई काम नहीं होगा और सबका ही नुकसान होगा. तो इसलिए फैमिली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हर फैमिली ने, जिसने, अगर आपने जिंदगी चाहते हो कि आपकी थर्ड जनरेशन के बाद आपकी कुछ नाम रहे, आपका कोई प्रोग्रेस होए, तो एक रिटन डाउन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अपने लॉज बना लो और उसके ऊपर सारी फैमिली को साइन कराओ कि भाई इसके अलावा बाहर कोई नहीं जाएगा. ये सबके लिए कानून है, वो बहुत जरूरी है सक्सेस के लिए.
Mr. Rajan, do you also have something like this, an understanding
Yeah,
within the
definitely.
family?
Yeah, we also had few years back, we had made one MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding among the family members, and we keep on polishing it. After every couple of years, we add the points, we sit together, that what more to add, what more to delete or the changes, and also he has given very good example on the softwares. We regularly work on the technology, regularly work on the softwares, like we are manufacturing company, we are trading company, we are a retail company, we work with the biggest wholesaler of the world, that is Metro Cash and Carry, and we are biggest suppliers to the biggest retailer of the world, Walmart. So this is a continual process actually.
And Mr. Bhogal, while we were talking outside, you were mentioning some very interesting things. Your family has some golden rules. Can you share a few of these?
2 golden rules are already explained by them. The family constitution. Second was the gainful employment and gainful compensation. Third, which my family is observing till today, never take the work home, never bring the home to the work.
एक चीज मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि हम 4 ब्रदर हैं और चारों फैमिलीज इकट्ठी थी अभी रिसेंट 2-3 साल तक. मतलब यही हमारा राज है प्रोग्रेस का. और कोई हमारे पास क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है, कोई पैसा नहीं था, 10,000 से बिजनेस स्टार्ट करिए. तो इसलिए आपको फैमिलीज को, सिबलिंग्स को हैंडल करना सबसे बड़ी कला है और उसी से आपकी ग्रोथ है और विनिंग है.
See, one interesting topic is female empowerment. And our previous panel was all female, and this is all male. So question for you, because you are the patriarch and you're leading the families. So, Mr. Bhogal, first of all, I want your views. What are your views on inducting talented family members who are females into the family business?
Sir, actually, जो business की constitution है, there are 2 types. One is the partnership concern, or one are the private limited or limited concerns or LLC, whatever it is. First part जो partnership वाला है, उसमें तो I would like to avoid the ladies of the house to be involved in it. Normally, don't mind my saying ladies, normally ladies का नाम ही रखा होता है टैक्स बचाने के लिए, काम उनको कोई नहीं दिया जाता है पार्टनरशिप कंसर्न में. इट्स ए फैक्ट. अगर एक भी पार्टनरशिप कंसर्न मेरे को बहुत रेयर होंगी जिसमें हस्बैंड वाइफ ही हैं और कोई बाकी फैमिली मेंबर नहीं है ज़्यादा, वहाँ तो चल जाता है. If it is a limited company or a private limited company, then the work of a lady is different. Why I'm saying is, to be very honest, these days, lot of legal problems are coming up. And I'm fortunate my wife is well educated. By the way, I'm married. My wife is from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. My wife's grandfather went to Malaysia in 1898. That old family living there. So she is well educated. She understands what we are talking. 90% of the ladies don't even know the ABCD of business. But we make them partners. Tomorrow something happen, those poor ladies are also, वो कहते हैं सिकंजे में फंस जाती हैं. But in limited companies, private limited company, where your liability is limited, everybody understands the lady's liability is also limited. There it is okay. But if the lady is professionally trained, then the story is different. Ludhiana में एक company है Deepak International. They are in the bicycle trade also. They are in got office in China and so many places. Around 250 to 300 crore company hai. Mr. Dipinder Singh Rangad is well educated. Did his engineering in mid-60s from England and then came back and settled in India. Miyan Bibi ne company चलाई है दोनों ने. Same story. Small little factory, now 250 crores. With offices in China, offices in Australia, factories in Sansarpur, in Himachal, in Ludhiana, because his wife is also professionally educated. So there the story is different. But मैं पर से ये नहीं कह रहा कि भी ladies को involve नहीं करना चाहिए. If they are capable, they should. They should.
I want to add little here. In our case, my wife's contribution is 60%, not 50%. She managed all the three ladies, all the house ladies. And she managed to keep our family together, which we are which giving fruit today. और हमारी पोत्रियां 6 की 6 लड़कियां हैं, आगे कोई लड़का है ही नहीं. तो हमने तो लड़कियों को ही आगे करना है भाई, हमारे पास तो चॉइस ही नहीं है.
Sorry to add it. स्टोरी सबकी एक जैसी है, मानता कोई नहीं, इन्होंने ओपनली बता दिया.
सर मैं एक बड़ी ब्यूटीफुल बात आपको बताता हूँ. माय डॉटर शी डन हर पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन फ्रॉम वॉरिक यूनिवर्सिटी इंग्लैंड एंड मैंने उसको बोला कि यू कम इन माय यू जॉइन माय कंपनी. तो कहते जी पापा आफ्टर दैट हाउ आई कैन कैरी दिस बिजनेस अलोंग विद मी. अगर वर्ल्ड में किसी भी सिटी में, जो प्रैक्टिकल बात है अपने इंडियन फैमिलीज की, तो बच्चे आजकल स्मार्ट इनफ हैं. तो मैंने कहा चलो एक बार तुम ज्वाइन तो करो, देखते हैं. सो शी सेड कि चलो पापा मेरे को बताओ कि आपका बिगेस्ट चैलेंज, व्हाट इज योर बिगेस्ट चैलेंज एंड योर पेन पॉइंट राइट नाउ इन योर कंपनी. सो वी दैट टाइम इट वाज द लास्ट ईयर, 2 साल पहले की बात है, कोरोना के टाइम्स का स्टार्टिंग थी. तो वी आर सप्लाइंग जैगरी पाउडर टू वॉलमार्ट इन नेम ऑफ वेदका. तो वो दैट इज द ओनली इंडियाज डिहाइड्रेटेड जैगरी पाउडर. तो बिकॉज वी आर इन द बेल्ट ऑफ नवांशहर, वहाँ की जो गुड़ और शक्कर है वो वर्ल्ड ओवर फेमस है. वहाँ की कण है जो सॉइल में है, तो वो क्वालिटी ऐसी बनती है. तो हमारे को वर्ल्ड ओवर डिमांड है, लेकिन वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं बन रहा था, प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रही थी. तो उसको प्रोडक्शन में वो आई, तो उसने मतलब 12-12, 15-15 घंटे कभी लैब में, कभी प्लांट में, कभी कहीं. तो शी वर्कड लाइक एनीथिंग, मतलब इतने पैशन से उसने काम किया. और उसके बाद वो आफ्टर 15-20 डेज उसकी प्रोडक्शन उसने काफी बढ़ाई. तो हम भी उतना टाइम और वो नहीं दे पा रहे, और हमारी क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टीम भी उतना नहीं टाइम और डिवोशन दे पा रही थी. द रिजल्ट्स केम. तो आफ्टर दैट वी हैड डिस्कशन. कहते जी चलो मैंने ये कर दिया, नाउ व्हाट नेक्स्ट. अब आप बिकॉज मैट्रिमोनियल की बातें चल रही थी, तो शी सेड कि मेरी शादी हो जाएगी, हाउ आप मेरे को वो यूनिट दोगे अगर मैं फॉरेन चली गई या इंडिया के किसी सिटी में चली गई, तो कैसे होगा, मैं इसको क्यों लेके जाऊं, वाई. सो देन मेरे पास भी उस चीजों के कुछ के आंसर्स नहीं थे, बिकॉज वी आर इन स्मॉल टाउन एंड शी डोंट वांट टू लिव इन नवांशहर. राइट नाउ शी इज इन दिल्ली. तो उसने अपनी, कहते जी मैं आपकी कंपनी में ना, आप लोग बहुत कम मार्जिन पे काम करते हो, बिकॉज हमारी इंडस्ट्री ऐसी है. तो कहते जी आप मेरी नहीं, मैं आपके साथ काम नहीं करूंगी. शी स्टार्टेड हर ओन कंपनी, वेलनेस इंस्टीट्यूशनल वेलनेस फर्म. वो एक अब ऐप पे काम कर रही है. तो लाइक दिस मतलब ये चीजें डिपेंड्स अपॉन द फैमिली टू फैमिली एंड सिचुएशन टू सिचुएशन.
Mr. Rajan, आपके views, because you must be thinking about this question, how to have this business continue for decades ahead.
या दिस इज वन ऑफ द मतलब पॉइंट कि बिल्कुल ठीक है कि बच्चों को जब कभी हम जस्ट एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ स्मॉल किड, बच्चा आपके सामने बैठा हुआ है और वो टॉयज के साथ खेल रहा है और योर फोकस इज ऑन द चाइल्ड एंड दैट टॉय, कि वो कहीं उसको लग ना जाए, उसकी आंख में ना लग जाए, उतना आपने देखना है. टूटता है टॉय नया आ जाएगा, बस उसको उसको कोई हानि ना पहुंचे, इतना देखना है. दैट इज the calculative risk we have to take with our children.
So I'll ask Mr. Rajan to take this question.
One of the very important point to be added to your question. The answer of this question is, first of all, when we make the constitution, as Chief Minister has said, that constitution or MOU of the family business, उसमें एक clause can be added. The जो भी बच्चा, the child who will join the business, first of all, he has to work certain number of years in some company. जब तक एक बच्चे को अपना प्रॉपर जॉब नहीं करता, और कई बार क्या होता है कि बच्चा आके एक बड़ी चेयर पे आके एक बड़े ऑफिस में आके बैठ जाता है, उसको एक ऊपर का प्रोफाइल मिल जाता है और वो चीजें नीचे के सारे स्टेप्स मिस कर देता है. जिसकी बात कर रहे हो उस तरह की सिचुएशन बननी शुरू हो जाती है उस टाइप पे.
Situation is when the child is working with a company, he is an employee. He knows after 2-3 years I am going to enter my father's shoes, right? बट वहां पे वो ये सोच के काम कर रहा है कि 2 साल बाद या 3 साल बाद मैं अपने पापा के सीट पे बैठूंगा या उनके साथ बैठूंगा. 3 साल बाद when he enters the business, he knows now this is my business. After my father, I may, or maybe with my brother, I'm going to succeed. With this type of psychology, how do you handle it?
देखिए, इस चीज में एक बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि अगर आपको पता है कि आपका बिजनेस है और आपके बच्चे ने उस बिजनेस में आना है, तो उस सिचुएशन में आपको क्या करना है, उसका आंसर भोगल साहब ने अपनी डिस्कशन के अंदर बहुत बढ़िया दिया था. अगर आपको याद हो, इन्होंने कहा था कि मेरे बच्चे ने वो रिट्स कार इन्होंने दी और उसने क्वेश्चन किया कि मेरे को ये गाड़ी नहीं, मैंने को चेंज करनी है बिकॉज मेरे बॉस के पास मेरे से भी छोटी कार है. वो बात कहां से आई? बिकॉज भोगल साहब ने, इनकी वाइफ ने अपने बच्चे को उस तरह की ट्रेनिंग दी. सो ये कोई 2-4 दिन या 2-4 महीने की ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, वो सालों साल से उस बच्चे के अंदर इन्होंने वो इनकलकेट किया, क्योंकि इनको पता था कि हमारा बच्चा सूनर और लेटर हमारे बिजनेस में आना है. दैट्स व्हाई. सो पेरेंट्स हैज टू इनकलकेट इन देयर चाइल्ड हु हैज टू कम इन द बिजनेस. दिस इज आंसर.
Okay, thank you.
I think value systems matter a lot. Yeah. आप पूछिए. Yes. Yes.
That's an exception because I have seen in Delhi, because I've been a part of few startups and few MSMEs, and I have seen people of a age of 20-25 having a cell phone worth rupees 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh rupee. Even they didn't have money to have that sort of a phone. And that's the mindset in Delhi itself. And people are not looking at the financial aspects. Account में sir हैं 10 लाख रुपए, गाड़ी आ रही है 50 लाख की. It is right or wrong?
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो.
इट इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट. सो जैसे भोगल साहब सर ने बोला, चीमा साहब ने बोला, एंड आई हैव सीन अ डिफरेंट फ्लेवर टू ऑल टुगेदर इवन इन लास्ट 10 years. जो सर ने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया, दीज आर द एक्सेप्शनल. आई थिंक इंडिया में टोटलिटी में 10 से 15 एक्सपीरियंस ऐसे मिलेंगे, एग्जाम्पल्स मिलेंगे. थैंक यू सो मच सर.
बिल्कुल ठीक है. इसका देखिए, इसका तरीका यही है कि अगर सपोज अगर 2 ब्रदर्स या 3 ब्रदर्स एक शॉप भी रन कर रहे हैं, उनकी टर्नओवर अगर 50 लाख की भी है, तो वहां पे भी एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनना चाहिए कि ये बच्चा जो भी आपका है, आपको एक पर्टिकुलर नंबर अमाउंट की ड्राइंग्स आपको मिलेगी और उतनी ड्राइंग्स में ही काम करना है, उतनी ड्राइंग में ही आपने अपने खर्चे करने हैं. यू हैव टू बी स्ट्रिक्ट इनफ कि मैं अपने बच्चे को तो लाख रुपए का ले दूं और अपने ब्रदर के बच्चे के लिए मैं 10,000 रुपए भी क्वेश्चन करूं. तो इस तरह की बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स हैं विच यू हैव टू राइट और डिस्कस विद इन द MOU और इन द.
Okay, comment. Okay, anybody in the last row? Somebody had a question? Yes.
Good evening, sir. So my question is, the way Amazon, Flipkart and online platform is taking over the market, are the retailers going backward towards in the market, Indian market especially?
Is the retail, okay.
Is the retail trade towards the downfall?
See, the market of Indian modern trade has started, if you talk about that 1 decade back, it was 2 to 3%, and now it has shifted to 8 to 10%. Because you see in Delhi, but you can't see in the villages. But till now, the market of unorganized market is 90% or 90 plus percentage. So it will take time, maybe 20 years or 30 years, but the country, heavily populated country like India, it will be very tough to break unorganized market. No doubt the share of these companies will increasing on a very larger speed, but there are countries, a couple of years back I went to Oman, there the market segment is totally different. 2% is unorganized market and 98% is organized market. But it will never happen in India. No doubt that share will increase of these organized companies.
Thank you, sir.
Over to you. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. That was quite an intriguing session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause to all our entrepreneurs. What an inspiring and engaging session. There were so many, takeaways that it's very important to have the right team than learning everything, and we have to keep our face always towards the sunshine. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us.